Well before Lulzsec, Anonymous, and other computer hacking groups began terrorizing computer networks worldwide, Kevin Mitnick was feared by security experts as the world's most wanted hacker.
I was fascinated with magic, and then I became involved in a thing called phone phreaking, which was manipulating the telephone network. And like some of the pranks I used to pull as a kid is I changed the class of service of a friend's telephone to that of a payphone, so whenever he or his parents tried to make a call, it'd say, please deposit a quarter. And I loved the pranksterism of it, and I became a hacker because I wanted to pull more pranks with the phone system, and the phone company was moving towards computerized systems.
When did you realize that you crossed over the line and you were really doing something malevolent?
Well, I realized that when I was young. I actually started computer hacking before there were laws against it. And in fact, in high school, in my senior year, I went to class, and the first assignment was to write a program to find the first 100 Fibonacci numbers. Instead, I wrote a program to steal passwords. And the teacher was so taken aback with this program that I got an A and a lot of attaboys. And the ethics taught when I was in high school was it was okay to hack, that you were considered a whiz kid.
Eventually, hacking was outlawed, and Mitnick joined the FBI's most wanted list for a string of computerized corporate break-ins. After spending 5 years in prison, he emerged as a security consultant, teaching corporations the tricks of his former trade.
Now that you're on the other side, trying to catch hackers, how does it feel to be playing defense as opposed to offense?
It's harder, because a hacker only has to find one security vulnerability to get in, and as a security professional, we have to find all the vulnerabilities and shore up the defenses before the bad guys figure it out.
How bad are the defenses right now, both in corporate America as well as the government?
Pretty bad. As we can see with the hacks of Anonymous and Lulzsec, there's a lot of low-hanging fruit out there, and they're taking advantage of it. There's a lot of websites that are internet-facing that have vulnerable applications, and the hackers are able to find them, exploit them, get access to confidential data, even to the systems themselves. And we've seen that over the last 2 months every day.
What do you make about the phone hacking at News Corp?
That was a very basic type of attack. I mean, they were guessing default pins. And I don't think the journalists themselves were actually doing the hacking. I think they were using what we call information brokers that private investigators use. So they could have some plausible deniability. So they go to a private investigator, hey, we want to get the scoop on this guy. The private investigator calls their information broker. They hack into their voicemail. They hack into their email. I think it's done all the time. And Rupert Murdoch's company, they were caught.
Now that Mitnick has revealed his Catch Me If You Can life story in a new autobiography, the question still remains, what would have happened if he used his computer skills for a more positive purpose?
When you see people like Bill Gates
Yes.
and now Mark Zuckerberg, did you ever think, I could have been that person instead of the hacker who went to jail?
Yeah, I actually think about that. I don't think more about Bill Gates, but I think more like Mark Zuckerberg, because I think about, why didn't I think of this? Or especially like YouTube, something so simple and so elegant, and they sold it to Google for billions of dollars. And even today, I'm trying to think of the next thing that would be like the killer app of the internet.